If you are looking for some gorgeous annuals and shrubs to provide seasonal interest in your home gardens for fall and winter, then keep watching because I have some beautiful plants to show you today. Hey garden friends, I'm Nikki from Proven Winners Direct, and I have 7 more amazing plant of the day plants to show you for this week. So each day of the week we have a new plant on sale at 40% off, and that changes every day at noon. If there just so happens to be many plants that you love this week, you can purchase as many as you want on Monday from noon until 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are new to our channel and you haven't already, please give us a like and subscribe below. We will love you forever. Now I can't wait to show you, we have some really great fall annuals and some awesome shrubs that provide this really great fall and winter interest for your gardens. So let's get into it. First up, we have the Vermillion large Firecracker plant. This guy is beautiful for your fall containers. I know, cold climate gardener friends, the time has come and gone for us, but those of you in the warm climates, this is your guy for your fall decor. It grows 2 feet tall and wide. It fills out gorgeous, and these little orange blooms just cover the plant. And all of our beloved hummingbirds that have now made their way down south, these guys attract them like nothing I've ever seen. So as I mentioned, they fill up the container really nice with some great height, so use them as a thriller. There's all sorts of plants this can be paired with. In the fall, you can do anything beautiful like the latte supertunia or some of our super bells that come in the different various fall colors. It would be beautiful with some ipomea that trails out. But this is a super easy to grow annual that will fill out before you can even imagine it, and it gets so big and so lush and so beautiful. I actually grew it this summer in the pots by my garage, and it took over. I loved it, and so did the hummingbirds. Next up, we have the Super Bells Tangerine Punch, another fall favorite for our warm climate gardeners. As with all Super Bells, they are super easy to grow in your containers. They don't like wet feet, so you don't have to water them as much, but they're a perfect filler and spiller. They can trail up to 2 feet, and they have this really nice mounded habit, about 1 foot to 1.5 foot tall. So they fill up really nice. And this of course has that beautiful orangey maroon color for fall. If you're decorating with annuals and maybe you don't have the mums, the Super Bells would be a perfect replacement for that because they have that nice mounded habit, just like your mums do. They are heavy feeders, so you want to make sure you're giving them water-soluble fertilizer. This time of the year, you could probably get away with every other week. Obviously, in the heat of the summer, we like to feed them weekly, but you can kind of take it a notch back for the fall. So another beauty to help you decorate for fall. Next up, we have the Winecraft Black Smoke Bush, and this one is going to give you all kinds of color from spring all the way through fall. It starts off at that deep, rich purple color, and then it's going to turn into really like almost black in the summer with the heat and the sun. And then in the fall, you'll see all sorts of beautiful reds and oranges on this foliage. So it's a gorgeous seasonal interest for all seasons. The other great thing about this shrub is that early summer, it forms these soft panicle blooms that resemble misty smoke, hence the name smoke bush. So it has all of these gorgeous elements. Now, smoke bushes are traditionally very, very large. This has a nice rounded dwarf habit. It gets about 8 to 10 feet tall and about 6 to 8 feet wide. So you definitely do need some space to grow these guys, but it's not like your traditional. This is actually the first ever Proven Winner smoke bush. Kind of fun. So they love the sun, and the sun is what helps them give them those rich, rich colors in all of the different seasons. Super easy to grow. You don't really need to worry about pruning very much because it's got a really nice rounded habit. Resists deer and rabbits, so that's a bonus for many of you, I know. But it's an all-around great shrub to add to the landscape if you have the space. Winecraft Black Smoke Bush. Next up, we have the Gold Splash Winter Creeper. And this cutie holds this magnificent color all year round. So if you are looking for fall and winter interest in your landscape, the winter creepers are perfect because they are evergreen and gold. But they are the first to have these larger round foliage, and so it really has high impact when you're talking about color, because this yellow just pops off of the green. They are super hardy, super low maintenance. You can prune them whenever your little heart desires and however much your little heart desires, and it will withstand it like a champ. So I do like to prune them in the fall and get them tidied up for the winter and then let them do their thing, and then in the spring they bush out again. But really, if you're just feeling like it needs a trim at any given time in July, go for it. Hardy, hardy, hardy shrub. They are hardy in zones 5 through 8. They only get to be about 2 feet tall and wide, so you can put them anywhere. They're beautiful as a hedge. And again, the big plus in these is year-round color. Gold Splash Winter Creeper. Next up, we have the Oh So Easy Urban Legend Rose, and this is a true red rose, which is a little bit rare for a landscape rose. And if you can see there, I found one little cutie bloom that's got the bright red just popping out of all of this green foliage. Our Oh So Easy roses are the easiest and the most low maintenance roses you will find. They have won all sorts of awards for their disease resistance. You don't have to spray them like you typically do. They don't require a whole lot of pruning, and they just keep pushing out these magnificent blooms all season long. And as I mentioned, that true red is hard to find, and as you can tell by that little cutie, these shrubs are going to be covered in those beautiful red blooms. As with most roses, they do enjoy full sun, so be sure to plant them in some place that gets at least 6 hours a day. And they only get to be about 3.5 feet tall and wide, so you can really fit them in anywhere. Just an easy, gorgeous rose for your garden. Our next plant is the Mini Mauvette Invincibelle Hydrangea, and this is the first ever pink Invincibelle. So like most Invincibles, they have those big, beautiful white blooms. This is like a really deep pink, almost mauve bloom, but they're just as big. The difference is it's mini. And so it only gets to be about 3 feet tall and wide, but it still has those amazing sturdy stems to hold up those big, gorgeous blooms. So these guys are hardy in zones 4 through 8. It is actually one of those hydrangeas that you can guarantee to bloom every year, even in a cold climate. Zone 4, these guys will bloom every year for you. Even they tolerate when we kind of screw up our pruning schedules as well. So it's a super hardy hydrangea that's guaranteed to put on a beautiful show year after year. Zones 4 through 8, 3 foot tall and wide, planted in part to full sun. And it's just another beauty to add to your garden. Next up, we have the Yuki Cherry Blossom Deutzia right here in front of me. This cute little shrub is covered in these perfectly pink blooms, covered. And they do really great in mass planting, so it's like this carpet of pink, gorgeous. So they are super easy to grow and care for, part to full sun, so really just about anywhere as long as they're getting at least 4 hours of sun. They're hardy in zones 4 through 8. They have a super nice, tidy habit, so they can pluck in anywhere, and they only get to be about 2 feet tall and wide. So they're just this gorgeous bubble of pink, pretty blooms. It's actually the first Nico Deutzia variety that has pink blooms, and they've tried for over 10 years to make that happen. So she's a very special, pretty little queen. Super easy and adaptable. Hummingbirds will love it. It resists deer, so you really can't go wrong with the Yuki Cherry. There you have it, 7 more beautiful plants that can't wait to make their homes in your gardens. And you guys, there's still plenty of time to plant. Even in those colder climates, you still have a few weeks left. So if you saw something you love, get it now. You can get it at a super great discount. Give it time to establish its roots, and next spring you won't even have to worry about it. So we make it super easy for you to shop. Everything is linked below in the description. Simply click the link and it'll take you right to the product page to buy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found something you love. Happy planting.